Hey, what's up, guys? It is Thursday night, and we are here tonight for our Impact Wrestling Watch Along. I like to call this our safe space in times of high wrestling distress and utter chaos. So I'm very glad to have the safe space and be a part of that tonight. So welcome in, everybody. We are here for what looks to be a good Impact Wrestling. We've got some really good matches we'll talk about in a little bit. There is no BTI on that I can see. They're just doing some stuff from Multiverse that they're showing right now on their channel, but no BTI, I don't believe, this week. So probably all getting home from California and whatever it is they had to do, because most of them were there. A lot of the superstars from Impact were in California for WrestleMania weekend. They were doing autograph signings. They were at conventions and things like that. Some of them wrestled. So they are probably all just, getting back to business and getting back home. So, Jeff, it's another week of Impact. And like I said, man, thank God we're in our safe space. I think you're muted, my friend. There you go.
This might actually work now that's back on. But yeah, I was gonna say that I have a lot to say about that. I'll try not to derail our Impact stream, but I've shared with Joe
Mm-hmm.
how I feel and what I think is going on right
Yep.
now. It's very easy to be negative,
Mm-hmm.
and that sells now, and that's what captivates people is to continue the negativity. And
Yep.
I've gotten off of Twitter this week. I'm not going permanently, but I had to get away for a little bit because I got tired of seeing the griping and complaining. And then the last thing that I'll say is this. One thing that really bothers me now is seeing people with their fantasy booking and their expert opinions about certain things with wrestlers. And the problem that I have with it is when people are wrong, they don't just own it. It is, I mean, you're going to be wrong unless
Yep.
you're in those rooms, you're going to be wrong.
Yep.
So take your lumps, take your L's, and just be done with it. Don't get pissed off at other people because they didn't do it your way. I mean, last time I checked, wrestling isn't Burger King. So, um,
You can't order it to go and make it a meal and do what you want. That's a
nope.
good analogy. I like that actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
it's ridiculous. I mean, it's like we have so many expert bookers nowadays. Um, I'm surprised. It shocks me that a lot of these Twitter people don't get hired off of their Twitter booking. Um, like I'm surprised some large promotion hasn't said, you have such great booking skills that we have to take you up on your booking here. It gets ridiculous, and I don't think that wrestling fans understand that. I mean, if you're fantasy booking it, all you're doing is guessing.
Right.
You're going to be wrong. It's okay. It happens. Now, just because whoever's in charge of booking doesn't book it your way, doesn't mean that it's terrible or awful or whatever else. It just means that they didn't take your advice. I have people that I work with, and I get paid to give my advice in my field of expertise, and people don't listen. And you know what? It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just feel like this past week, just from what I saw, the little bit that I've been on Twitter this week has just been terrible, and I just refuse to just let myself get to that place of negativity. So yeah, that's my TED talk for the week.
Yeah.
Learn how to take a L, and if you get something wrong, own it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. There's we've that's gotten to. Oh, there's a referee in there. That's a handicapper. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm watching the thing now with James Chadwick was talking about. There is BTI actually. This is BTI. I'm not sure where this emanated from, but wow, that's awesome. Look at that.
Hiring people of all abilities.
Yeah, dude, that's amazing. I love that. Wow, that's really cool. Yes, I saw that, James. Thank you. Yeah, I concur with everything Jeff said. Look, I went through the bout myself. I disagreed with an ending of a show. You probably all know. I had to get it out. But you know what? When the reality of the situations come out, like today, there was a report out about the whole Brock thing with Cody, that it was planned a month and a half before WrestleMania. So this was not switched last minute. This was planned out. They had to, I guess, because it was a contract situation because his contract was coming up. And so, it's now come out that they planned this ahead of time. See, that's a thing. We're just so not privy to any information we think we are. And then, like Jeff said, then it resorts to being, fantasy, and everybody does it for everything. People do like fantasy stuff for movies and for shows and for everything that how you want it to be. And like Jeff said, probably 90% of the time, unless you're like Houdini and you could predict the future, it doesn't go your way. And that's why I got upset when Cody lost. But see, I also have to give credit where credit is due. I was so intertwined in that story that I felt he should win. And the way that the match went, I was so intertwined in the story that I felt he should win. So that isn't saying that, anybody did anything wrong. That was the way it was written. And chances are it was probably written this way months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, we hear rumors about things getting changed on the fly. That doesn't usually happen for big shows. Maybe at a live show, things happen like that. I don't know. And again, we're not privy to any of that. We hear what we hear, and Jeff's also 100% right about Twitter. I was listening to an interview on Busted Open with SHERA, and SHERA had said, she said, Twitter is the absolute worst, the worst of the worst.
Terrible.
And she said she doesn't even go on it hardly anymore. And she used to be a huge social media presence. And she said, she said, you could put a post on there saying, I gave millions of dollars to this person, and someone will post that you're an asshole. Like someone will just say that, why didn't you give it to me? You're an idiot. And she's right. It's a very, very gross and kind of disgusting place of social media. It is really the worst, because no matter what you do, people just can't come up with anything good to say about anything, really. Whatever you put down that you like, you can put things that you like on Twitter, and you can guarantee that one person or two people in your post that you put out are going to say, you're an idiot for liking this. This is stupid. This is dumb. You're going to just get it. And it's gross. It really is.
You could say you like rainbows, kittens, unicorns, and Skittles.
Yep.
And somebody would say, "Oh my God, how can you like Skittles? That's disgusting."
Yep.
I mean, it's the worst. And even when you have legitimate things to say, people try to tell you that your opinion is wrong. It's an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's an opinion. Okay. Yep. Like that's where I think people get caught up, is that people think that their opinions are facts because they've made themselves believe that whatever it is that they want is going to happen. And I'm not necessarily, don't get me wrong. When Sunday happened, I was like you in terms of thinking that they were going to go one way and they went the complete different way. Caught me off guard. I'll be the first to admit. I think when it comes to some people, the people that I'm talking about, they always throw out these theories, and then when they're wrong, it's like, oh well, that sucks, and this is going to be terrible, and that's it's like, okay, no, you're just wrong, and you didn't get your way.
Right.
I mean, my goodness. And I guess from my standpoint, where I get the most frustrated is that a lot of people think because they've watched wrestling for so many years or however long they have, that they're an expert on booking. And I think I even said this in my text message to Joe. I'll tell you guys, aside from wrestling, I love watching The Good Doctor. Love that show.
Oh, this is a good analogy, by the way. Remember the text?
Yeah, love The Good Doctor. Me watching The Good Doctor doesn't make me an expert or even knowledgeable about surgery. So I'm not going to critique a doctor on their methods or techniques in their surgery.
Yeah,
I'm just not. So, I mean, again, I just feel like, having been in the business for the time that I was in, seeing how things work, seeing how hard people work, Um, it blows my mind. It baffles me that people have the audacity to do and say some of the things sometimes.
Yeah.
I will say this too. Um, there was an idiot, and I'm trying to be very, very nice. Um, there's an idiot on social media today, and this kind of ties in what I was talking about in terms of people's audacity. Um, for many of you that are Impact fans, if you follow Jordan Grace, you know that she just recently won a bodybuilding competition.
Yep.
She's been training like crazy. Her body transformation has been crazy. You've seen her working out, working hard, all those things. Someone told her today, because she posted a video of her routine, someone told her that she should ball up her fist to make her bicep pop more. And it's like, okay, number one, that's not at all how you do that. So she had to educate this person on that. Nobody asked for this person's opinion or in what he thought was his expert opinion. Nobody asked for it. But he just felt like he needed to offer it. Sometimes it's sometimes and maybe this just comes with maturity. I don't know. But sometimes you have to learn when to shut the heck up. And I want to use another word, but I'm not going to. Sometimes you have to learn when to shut up and when it's just your opinion is not necessarily needed. Like, just because you have an opinion doesn't mean that it needs to be shared all the time, I guess was what I'm trying to say. And sorry, not sorry. But your opinion isn't always necessary on everything. So I'm gonna stop before I start saying some stuff that I don't need to say and start calling names, and I'm not gonna do that. I promised myself I wasn't gonna do that. But I had to. Thank you, James. You know what? Has anybody ever seen Key and Peele when Luther was President Obama's translator? James Chadwick is my
Yes.
James Chadwick is my translator. That's what it is. He's my translator.
He takes all the hidden meanings from Jeff's stuff and translates it in the chat. That's funny.
Yeah.
We came on. Listen, we could have Jeff and I could have done a separate video about this. We could have come on after Raw because look, everyone did. I saw, oh my God, after Raw ended on Monday, every single wrestling dirt sheet was doing videos. And so we could have done a similar thing. I did my video just because I wanted to get my feelings out there so that everybody knew where I was coming from. And that's kind of why Jeff wanted to, speak on this a little bit tonight, because, it is important. We all have to understand that we're fans, right? We all are. But as fans, we have no right to dictate. We could theorize all we want to. But like Jeff said, when things don't go your way, that doesn't mean that you then, start criticizing, bitching, and moaning to the wrestlers who have absolutely no control over this stuff anyway. And also coming up with all this kind of stuff. Well, this person did this, and this person's doing this, and that person's doing. Sometimes just admit you're wrong. I mean, it's that simple. Sometimes just go on and say, "Oh, my bad. I guess wrong. That's not what happened." Instead of having a temper tantrum because it didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen, just come out and just say, "Oh, geez, this is not what I thought was going to happen. I guess I was wrong." But yeah, man, it's just. It's so, and I'm almost kind of dreading doing the SmackDown show tomorrow, because I know, Triple H already announced he's going to start the show again like they did on Raw, and I almost know what we're going to get. And it's none of us are privy to any of that background information. We don't know what's going on, which is the bottom line. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there because again, like Jeff said, we could go on and on and on and probably spend this whole entire show talking about that same subject. But but we're gonna move on.
I gave a very abridged version of what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole lot that I want to get into about that whole thing. And then one of the comments that I just saw about Vince being back booking. The last thing I'm gonna say is this. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. He may be back. None of us know. He may not be back. None of us know. Certain things may look a certain way, and you can maybe connect dots and say, well, this is a this person thing and this is a that person thing. And I mean, you can do that. That's fine. But none of us really truly know the facts. One of the things, okay, I guess I am just gonna go here tonight. And I really will shut up. One of the things that really pisses me off about the whole wrestling news, whether you want to call it dirt sheets or whatever else, I get so sick of people saying, I heard that this is going to happen. No, you didn't hear it. You read it, because hearing it implies that you heard it directly from the source. Reading it means that you read it from someone who told you they heard it from the source. So let's stop all this. I heard. You didn't hear Jack. You didn't hear anything.
Translate, James. Translate.
You read it. You read it. So you know what? If Vince is back, he's a despicable human being. He shouldn't be anywhere near anything. Honestly, he should be put out. Thank you, James.
There it is.
He should be put in some other area code, zip code. He should be on another planet. If they start to send people up to space to see how things are, he should be one of the first people to go. I'd be okay with that. But in saying that, we also have to think about the information that we receive and where we get our information from. And there are some reliable sources out there. But unless you know it for yourself, I mean, we don't know.
Right.
And please, for the love of all things holy, stop saying you heard something when you read it. That just, unless you heard it from a source, just say I read it. Because saying I heard it makes you, it makes you sound like you're cool, but it's not really cool because we know. Because nobody in WWE is talking to you. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm just saying. So, All right, I'm done. I'll shut up.
The people who I feel real, and I'll just go with this, and then that'll be it. We'll get to the card. The people who I feel who I really feel for, and who everybody should be feeling for now, are the people that, if he is indeed back or anywhere around it, I feel for the people who feel uncomfortable having to work there. That's who I feel for, because they can't do anything about it. If they're under contract, they can't just walk out. So I feel bad for them. And that said, the women, even more so, because of everything that Vince has been accused of doing. That is who I feel bad for. Damned with the storylines and the actual wrestling and the entertainment. It's the people that you feel sorry for. And that's who I feel sorry for. If they are indeed having to work for him again, and he is indeed doing that, well, what you're getting is, well, morale is low. Well, gee, no kidding, right?
No crap. The company just sold, and nobody knows what's going on next. And you got this dude parading around as Vincent Price, or whoever else, or the Monopoly man, but in reverse with
He looks like Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean
Mhm.
I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't feel right either. But the other thing that I'll say is this. I'll pose this question. Um, James. So the other thing that I'll say is this about the whole Vince scenario and the booking of Raw. Joe, let me ask you a question, Joe.
Mhm.
Because I know you'll be straight up with me on this. You've cooked in your lifetime
Many, many times.
many, many times. Have you ever burnt something?
Many, many times.
Had to throw it away?
Yes.
Okay, so that means you're not batting 1,000, right?
Nope.
Okay, so why in the world do we expect Triple H to?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm just saying I'm not saying that Vince didn't book Monday, because I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't watch Monday Night Raw. I took a little bit of a hiatus after Sunday, but as bad as I heard it could have been Vince. And you know what? Knowing some of the things that he's done in the past, from what I've heard about the show, wouldn't surprise me. But Triple H has clunkers. I mean, now I really know I don't give a crap today. Tony Khan has clunkers. Scott D'Amore has clunkers. It happens to the best of them.
Yep. Yep.
It
Nobody.
happens to the best of them. Nobody's perfect.
Mm-mm.
Every single one of them have clunkers.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's all I'm gonna say. I'll hush.
Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely. See, that's the thing. When he gets into that part of it, the whole thing is we just don't know. We just don't know. And there's people out there saying that we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Listen, for all we know, Triple H could have been working with Vince for the last year and a half. We don't know. We have no idea. And so if you knew that, your tone would change, because then all that stuff you thought was just Triple H and it wasn't. Then all of a sudden you're like, oh, damn. Then he actually did book pretty good stuff. Like that's it happens. It happens. Right. Nobody's perfect. Sean Aker, Jeff dropping pipe bombs. Yes, this is the Jeff pipe bomb episode. Yeah, I love it. I love it. We'll have to put a different graphic on this. That's awesome. All right. That said, we'll say hello to everybody and we'll go forward with impacts. But listen, we don't stream every day. We wish we could, but we don't. We have jobs and stuff that we need to do. You'd hear from us more if we did. And sometimes, to think about when we're going to talk about things that we want to get off our chest, we just don't have that time to do it. So we started a little differently tonight, but hey, what are you going to do? We wanted to, Jeff wanted to say some things. I wanted to say some things. So yeah, so there you go. All right. We've got first in chat, Anthony Slate, who is a member of our channel. Thank you so much, Anthony Slate, for being a member, and thank you for being here tonight. Yes. We've got, I'm going to run this down quick because we're pretty far into the chat. Dylan, Craig, James, Derek. The champ is here. Damien is here. Jeremy Dunderman, a member of the channel. Thank you, Jeremy, so much. We've got Aaron. We've got Jeremy Bentley. We have Boomers TV. Our number one real journalist has arrived. Deanna is here. We have Sean Rousset. We've got RK Shuttlesworth from Twitch. Jason Peace is here. Excited about the AEW show in London. Yeah, dude, be excited about that. That's
awesome.
cool, man.
That's all.
That's
great.
cool. Dude. Do you think they're going to pack that bit? That's a big house. That's a big house, man. That would be their biggest crowd ever if they did. So good for you guys, man.
I think they'll pack it. I
Yeah,
do. I
good
think
for
they'll
you
feel it.
guys, man. That's awesome. We got Shane Loki in the house. We have John Kessler. We got Sean Aker. We have let me see. Brandon is here. We have RK Shuttlesworth is here. We have Jesse is in the chat. Jesse, I think that's your co-host, Jeff. Jesse, correct?
Yep, that's right. Hey,
Okay.
sis.
We have Alicia is here. Don't even know what's properly going on. I heard bits and pieces. I'm getting, oh, that sucks, Alicia. Well, you're very welcome to spend some time with us. I know it may not solve all of your issues, but you're part of the family here. So hope you can get some respite a little bit from this, and get away from your issues for a little bit anyway. We've got Brandon Davey. We've got Heather. Heather's here. Did they start early tonight? The BTI was weird. It was like wasn't advertised as a regular BTI. They had some stuff from Multiverse on there, so it was a little bit different. Twitter is toxic. Jeremy Dunderman, a member of the channel. Welcome, Jeremy. And it is. You are absolutely correct. I'd love to read some of James' posts, but it would be like beep, 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 beep. There you go. Beep, beep.
It would sound like Morse code.
It would. Beep, 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 beep. Derek Fleming is here. We have do you remember when a certain I know who you're talking about, Alicia. Yeah, that person's not a very good person, but we won't get into that. John Kessler is here. We have Tony. What's up, Tony? We have, let me see if we got anybody. The Coog is here. I'm probably reading people's names twice, but it is what it is. Andrew Stevens is here. We have I think maybe I might have caught up. Maybe still going. I think I'm caught up. I think I got everyone. If I didn't, hello to all of you. Wrestling Lane Bertrice is here. EJ Movement is here. So some people joining us recently. All right. I think I got everybody. Cool. Okay. So welcome in again. What we've got coming up. So tomorrow night we're doing SmackDown. I'm almost dreading it. I'm a little scared. I'll admit. I'm a little scared. So we have SmackDown tomorrow. 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please make sure you join us. Again, this coming weekend is a holiday. It's Easter. So happy Easter to everybody in advance. If we don't see you after today, please have a very, very blessed and safe holiday. So nothing for us the rest of the weekend. And then we will.
Joe, we're gonna do. I'm gonna sneak this in real quick.
Yeah, sure.
We'll do a special edition of Abby's tomorrow before SmackDown.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so there you go. We had to postpone Abby's window from Monday, as Jeff was, still feeling the effects of that cold and stuff like that. So there you go. 6:00, Jeff, same time.
Yep, same time.
Okay, so there you go. So tomorrow night, 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a special edition of Abby's Window. So make sure you join the guys for that. I'll post that to the socials when we're off of here. So join them for that, and then we will have SmackDown at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. So there you go. And then again, off Saturday, off Sunday, Monday. Should be back with Abby's Window. Hopefully, we'll have something to talk about on that show. This coming Monday. Maybe Dom will be back. I'm not sure, but hopefully we'll have something to chat about. Hopefully we get some sort of news tomorrow on SmackDown about Bray. We'll see. And then back here again next Thursday. We have Rebellion soon too, don't we?
Yeah, it's actually is it next week? Yeah, it's next week.
Oh damn!
Next Sunday. Next Sunday.
That's right. It is on a Sunday. Okay. Well, there you go. So Rebellion is coming next Sunday. So there you go. So we'll be doing Impact Thursday. We'll have SmackDown Friday, and then we'll have the pay-per-view on Sunday. So that's awesome. I look forward to the Impact Rebellion pay-per-view. So that'll be awesome. So there you go. So that's what we've got coming up on the channel. Please make sure that you subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you're new, make sure you drop a like on the stream as always, and make sure you hit the notification bell to be notified about when
Almost made a very catastrophic mistake, Joe.
What'd you do?
Almost hit in broadcast.
Oh, that would have been bad. That would have been
That
a very
would've
short. It would have been a very short broadcast.
Yeah.
Everybody would have been like, "Damn, where'd they go?" The Go Home Show. Yes, that'll be next Thursday. I guess we'll be doing predictions then too.
Mhm.
So next Thursday we'll have this, and then we'll do the predictions afterwards for Rebellion. And yeah, so we got up. Yeah, Rebellion is next Sunday, man. That's crazy. Right after Mania was over, now we got Rebellion to look forward to. So there you go. All right, and then we're going to figure out when we're going to do Multiverse, because we did promise you we will do that. So we will do that at some point. It's still $25 on Fight though, so maybe if we wait a little longer, it'll go down. So that'll be cool. All right. Let's look at the card really quickly. We've got about 7 minutes to go before the show starts. And let's talk about what we've got on the show tonight. There it is. But BTI, of course, had SHERA and Champagne Singh against Heath and Rhino. Who won? Do we know?
Yeah, Heath and Rhino.
Heath and Rhino won? Okay,
Yep.
There you go. The main card tonight. I know a lot of people, including Jeff and James Chadwick and others, are looking forward to this debut. Jody Threat. Jody Threat debuts tonight on Impact Wrestling. Listen, I put out a tweet about basically with this card, like I do every week. I got some people that retweeted that tweet and said that they're going to check out Impact for the first time because Jody Threat's debuting on the show. That's pretty amazing. So I mean, that's exciting. She's, people obviously fans of hers that are going to come and watch Impact Wrestling for the first time. So we've got her debut tonight on the card. Jeff, I know you're looking forward to that.
Big time. And I think it's important to establish her very well to start out with. I think she can be a big player in the knockouts division. So I'm really excited to see what they'll do with her and what direction they go. And I'm excited for people who have been watching her, but I'm also excited for people to be introduced to her as well who haven't seen her before.
That would be
really
me.
Excited.
Yeah, that would be me. So I'm excited too for that reason. Yep. We've got Motor City Machine Guns against TMDK. Should be a banger of a match between those two. TMDK, of course, has been in Impact for a little bit now, doing some things there. And Motor City Machine Guns, always an amazing tag team to watch. So the match between these two, Jeff, should be a really, really good one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I think this is going. I don't think it's for the New Japan Strong belts tonight.
Yeah,
but I think that's where it's going. Between these two teams.
Yes.
I think that's where it's going.
Yeah.
And as I said earlier, as I've done many times before, if I get this wrong, I will just say I got it wrong. That's it. That's all.
Slapjack's going to get slapped around. No. Slapjack. We got part 3. So part 3, Jonathan Gresham versus Mike Bailey, part 3. The winner gets an X Division title shot against Trey Miguel. So this is big. Whoever wins this match tonight goes on to get that X Division title shot at Rebellion. So these two put on a clinic. The last 2 times they wrestled, this should be no different, but the stakes are much higher. So Gresham and Bailey, Jeff, one more time.
Man, and we get this on just a weekly. Think about that. A matchup of this caliber.
Yes.
Same thing. I mean, you could say that with all of these matches tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But the Machine Guns and then Gresham and Bailey, this is a pay-per-view quality match. Think is going to be great.
Yep.
Either one of these guys who goes up against Trey Miguel, I can't wait for that. So I'm not going to pick a winner. I think we all win.
Yeah,
when we see these guys wrestle each other. So
we absolutely do.
Yeah.
And then we have this one because it was building to this. And look at, here's another thing. This could have been on a pay-per-view from the storyline that they were doing. And now we're getting this tonight. And it's Eddie Edwards against PCO, which You saw that maybe, Jeff, do you think we might get a reveal of who? Oh, no, it was Kenny King. Never mind. Kenny King was the guy who hit PCO. So will Kenny King show up there? Will they get some shenanigans? I don't know. But the culmination of this possibly, unless this goes to Rebellion as well, but PCO and Eddie Edwards, we're gonna see a slobber knocker here, Jeff.
Yeah, I can't wait for this. We've been wanting this matchup for a long time because Eddie needs to get a little bit of comeuppance, right? He needs to pay severely for what he's done. I mean, let's think about it. All the stuff that goes on in Impact Wrestling, aside from them having a tremendous weekly show and great pay-per-views, they also have some of the most interesting crime stories.
They do.
I mean, Eddie Edwards should be in jail for hiring someone to take out PCO.
Right? Vehicular manslaughter. Well, not quite manslaughter, but yeah, you get what I mean.
But yeah, I mean, Diener's still running around free
after killing someone with a knife.
After ending Eric Young.
Man, I mean, they need better police there. You're right. You're right. Maybe maybe Santino better shine up that badge, or get a little more strict with the criminal activity that goes on in Impact Wrestling. Yes. And then, of course, the Bully Ray and the Goons, the Good Hands versus Tommy Dreamer, Yuya, and Darren McCarty. So this, of course, leading up to what looks to be another confrontation, maybe with Bully and Tommy Dreamer. So that, and we saw the thing with Bully and Yuya and all that stuff. So yes, so this one should be good as well. Triple threat match between the two men from Busted Open, who, by the way, it really got to hand it to them because they play this up on the radio show. Dreamer had mentioned they were talking about Bully, and Dreamer's like, yeah, I'm not going to talk about him. So they really do a good job with this on the show and everything too. So Jeff, what do you got in this one? I mean, this has kind of shenanigans written all over it to me.
It's got shenanigans, but let's all be honest here. We all want to see Bully Ray get his behind kicked, right?
Yeah, you are correct.
Let's just be honest. I mean, I want Dreamer and Yuya and McCarty to win. Let's just be honest, because Bully Ray is just a sick and twisted and sadistic heel. He just needs to get his behind whipped. So do Jason Hotch, and I'm trying to think of the other. Why am I losing his name? The Good Hands. We'll just say the Good Hands.
Yes.
Both of the Good Hands need a good butt whooping. I almost, but I caught myself. I'm proud. So they both need a good butt whooping is what they need.
Darren McCarty, James, is the guy from the Detroit Red Wings hockey team, the one who got into it with Bully in the crowd when they were wrestling. So that's who that is. He's the guy that plays hockey that got into it with Bully Ray. So he's got some beef with Bully. Conrad stopped in. Hey, Conrad, how are you? We've got A.B. Jobson is here. 1 minute till showtime. Bully needs to be humbled and kicked right where the sun doesn't shine tonight, says Damien. We have, I thought I saw somebody else pop in here. No, apparently not. Conrad saying, say it, Jeff, say it. Oh, man, Dominic Mysterio is more real heat than MJF and Roman Reigns combined. My thing is there anyone from ROH who didn't go back to ROH that could join Kenny and Eddie, maybe reform Honor No More? Oh, man, I don't know. Obviously, we got the Righteous are back in Ring of Honor, which is very cool. So that's another one where we all got very upset because everyone made predictions about that whole thing. Do you know? And knowing is half the battle. There used to be a thing on NBC that used to say, "Did you know?" Remember those "Did you know" things, Jeff? I'm going to give you a "Did you know?" And I want you to really think about this. Did you know that in no way, shape, or form By the way, somebody want to know where they're coming from? St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario. So there you go. Did you know that no one ever confirmed the Wyatt Six as a faction ever? It was all fantasy booking. No one confirmed it. No one. Not the wrestlers, not Bray, not anyone. It was never confirmed. It was a play on his Twitter account that said @Wyatt6. And in the meantime, if you would have watched Abby's, you probably would have known that when Jeff and Jody talked about this many, many times, they talked about it being his 6 personalities, not necessarily a faction. So everybody fantasy booked it. Oh boy, Vincent and Dutch are at NXT. Here they come. They're going to join up with Bray Wyatt. There was never any confirmation of that. Never. Never. So everybody fantasy booked this. And then again, like Jeff did mention, it's a perfect example. Everybody got pissed when they showed up at Ring of Honor. Oh my God, they were supposed to do the Wyatt Six. Who ever said that? No one ever said it. So no, there was never any plans for a Wyatt Six. There probably was never any plans for a faction, ever. It was fantasy booked. So that's a perfect example. It was all made up in people's heads. Everybody made that up. It was all made up on Twitter. Everybody made this whole thing up, and there was probably never a single plan ever made for that. And that's why when I heard the thing about Hope and the Dutch tweet about Hope dies, the only thing I could think of was Ring of Honor. And I'm like, they're going back to Ring of Honor. I said it 2 weeks ago. And then people were, oh, no, they're not. Oh, they got to join Wyatt Six. There's no Wyatt Six.
Conrad just said a whole mouthful with his comment. He said, as fans, we can't let our ideas take over enjoying the show.
You're very right. He's absolutely right. That's very, very true.
There you go, Joe.
There it is. Oh, I love it. The more you know, right? But that's a perfect example, right? Because again, nobody, like, I don't know when people thought that was true. It was never confirmed. There was never anything said. There wasn't even a tease. Bray never even said, oh, I've got 6 guys coming to join. He never even said it. It was all fantasy booking. So it's that, but that's a perfect example of what Jeff was talking about before. And then everybody got mad. Oh man, the righteous showed up and oh no, we were doing our show and everybody was telling us the righteous showed up. We were doing the WWE thing, and then we were doing the Hall of Fame. And everybody's like, oh, the righteous showed up in Ring of Honor. Okay, well, I'm not shocked. Oh, anyway, all right, we've got.
Yeah, let me pay attention to what's more.
Let's watch the match before I go on another.
Before I have to, I'm about to say something. All these things, so.
We have Motor City Machine. We should save this for a Sunday show and just go off.
Just go off for like an hour because, man, I got so much in the chamber right now I could say about some stuff, but I'm going to be nice. And
I know our audience would come out for that. James Chadwick loves violence. He'd be there. Listen, everybody would be there to hear us go off. You all know you would. You know you would. So maybe we should just do that. Just have just get it all out. We'll have a get it all out there show. You guys can get out your feelings. We'll just, we'll just have a session. We'll call it the Insider Sessions. And we'll just bloop, and we'll just get everything out. And just blurt it all out. Everybody in the chat can blurt out that, and we'll do the same. I'm still scared if Bronson Reed is going to get a push. We all knew WWE isn't going to sign that. That's what I said. Like, it never was going to happen. So, yeah. But yeah, we'll have to do a Sunday show where you know what? We'll just do one big airing of grievances. We'll just make one Sunday show just about airing of grievances. That's what we'll do. Motor City Machine Guns are so good. Absolutely, they are, Conrad. One of the best tag teams that I have ever seen. A throwback. They are a throwback tag team, and that's one of the reasons why I love them. And TMDK has been great since they've been up in Impact too.
Yeah. and we'll have Josh officially relinquishing the title tonight.
Oh yeah, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. It's again still so disappointed for him. He had such a great run, and then things happen, and you've got to do things because of injuries, and it kind of just sucks. I'd stay up 24 hours and let rip. I'm here for Bobby and Bronson, though. But yeah, that could be a good feud. I mean, it looks as if it's going to happen. Two big men slapping beat. Yes, that would be pretty cool.
I think sometimes as fans we just gotta be patient too, and just don't. I see so many people hit the panic button way too soon, and they freak out about stuff, and it's like, okay, just give it time, let it play out, and if you're right, you're right, but if you're wrong, you're wrong.
Yeah.
So it's all good. Sean Akers saying, I miss the days of not knowing every backstage drama and knowing the ins and outs of it all, but unless you don't have the internet and live under a rock, things get reported and spoiled sometimes. I'm going to say this. One of the things that really bothers me about today's wrestling fan, and then I'm really going to shut up after this because this is a great match. But one of the things that bothers me about today's wrestling fan is that you think it's cool to drop quote unquote insider wrestling terminology on your Twitter. You want to get a report of who produced the match. Like, do you even know what goes into producing a match? Just curious. Or do you just want to say that you know somebody that produced a match so you could sound really, really cool? But I agree so much with that because I'm so tired of people pretending that they know. Again, we're not experts unless you've been in the business, and I've been in the business, and I don't consider myself an expert. There are tons of people who know a hell of a lot more than I'll ever hope to or dream to know about the wrestling business. But I'm so tired of all of these fake behind experts on social media, always thinking that they know best, always thinking that they know what's coming up next. You don't know. So please, again, your opinion is not always needed. You can share it with the people that really want to hear it, but not the entire world doesn't need to hear it all the time. And especially when you want to act like a baby because you got something wrong. So I will give the floor to these incredible teams because this has been really good.
Yeah, it's been a great match. There's a cover near 3. More people should just get in groups. Like, instead of going and voicing stuff on social media, go into those. Didn't they used to have those little chat groups and stuff like that? Do that. Like, get into a big wrestling chat group and just have at it. Go, you do a big wrestling chat. Do a Discord thing. Do it. Get into that. Yeah, we have a Discord too, and we're never in it. Which is, I hate to do that, but I just forget about it, to be honest. But yeah, just go do that and have up to your heart's content. Twitter Spaces, yeah.
There you go. Do that.
Yeah, go in there. You don't have to put it out publicly. Just go in there and go off. It's message board. Yeah, like do some of that. If I'm being honest, I don't give a rat's bleep about. I could say ass on that. Who produced a match or about the backstage crap? Yeah, like it. We should. There's certain things we're just not privy to know, and who cares, right?
And some things you don't need to know, you nosy asses. I'm sorry. I just had to. It had to come out. You nosy ass people who feel like you have to know everything. You don't. You don't. Stop it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm done.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we need a grievance episode.
We do. So bad.
Yeah, we really do. It has to happen. Has to happen. Saban up. Nice takedown there from Chris Saban. Slapjack was getting his butt handed to him a little bit ago. I hate calling him that. Nice cutter from Saban. This has been a great match. Shelley takes a shot. I'm not going to lie. I'm enjoying the conversation.
Oh, man.
sometimes, like I said, sometimes you just need to just get stuff out. We're not the two guys that are ever going to, come out here and start, screaming at the top of our lungs or calling attention to ourselves and all that kind of stuff. That's not who we are. But there are times when we just have to speak our minds, and we don't do that very often. On our Sunday show, we have that grievances section. That's really the only time we do. Some people do it all the time. There's some people out there that do wrestling channels that are constantly screaming and yelling and moaning and bitching. We don't do that. But sometimes sometimes you have to do it. Sometimes you have to just get it out, and just let everybody know what we are feeling. So the Motor City MCMG Motor City Machine Guns win. MCMG, baby, yes, they win the match.
I want to see that match again for the titles.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this backstage.
Uh-oh. You're a little bit ahead of me. Oh, it's the Bullet Club. So we beat you guys for these. Climb the ladder and you earn yourself
What? Did you just hear that?
An Ultimate X match.
Ultimate X tag team match. Yes.
What?
Yes. And just like that, Impact has taken my sorrows and grief and anger away.
An Ultimate X tag team? Are they trying to kill me?
Thank you, Impact Wrestling.
Are they literally trying to kill me? I have a hard enough time trying to call one of those matches when they do it normally. Now they're going to do tag teams?
Tag teams.
The first ever. Brandon says this is going to be wild. It's going to be insane. I guarantee it'll start off Rebellion too. Guaranteed.
Hey, I'm down for it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm down for it too. That's good. Ultimate X, yes, Damien. Happening at Rebellion, yes, and it's a tag team one. So could you imagine all these tag teams? Motor City Machine Guns, TMDK, the Bullet Club, all of these tag teams that we've had. Oh my God, that's going to be crazy. Have they ever done it?
Can someone tell us if they've done an Ultimate X tag match before? Because I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Find out. Somebody in the chat find out the answer. Hey, it's Scott D'Amore. I wonder if this means Santino's gone.
I hope not. I hope they can still incorporate him somehow.
Jeff, do you know they're selling his Cobra on the Impact store?
Yeah. Awesome.
The Cobra's on sale. Tommy Dreamer and Scott. Tommy's trying to recruit Scott again. He tried this already. Yes, thank you. Impact Wrestling says Andrew Stevens. He said, I pawned my watch to go to your wedding.
Your wedding. Wow. Whoa. I didn't hear that, James Chadwick.
Kenny King just told Eddie if he wants to help, go and call whoever hit PCO with the car.
Ooh.
Oh, damn. Okay. I missed that little segment that they had. We were talking. Wow, that's cool. So it wasn't him that did. Speaking of the X Division champion, there he is, Trey Miguel. Is at the announce table. Somebody has a sign that says this is Impact.
I think I know what we're getting next.
Gresham and Bailey, yes. Yes.
I love how they put the 3 in the graphic. It's almost like a horror movie graphic.
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too when I said Gresham versus Bailey part 3.
Yeah.
That was like the pinnacle of horror in the 80s when
Yeah.
everything was part 3. You had
Yeah.
Friday the 13th part 3 in 3D. You had Nightmare on Elm Street part 3. You had all these Texas Chainsaw Massacre part 3. Like all of these part 3 films were coming out around the same time. I think Friday the 13th part 3 may have been the first time I've ever seen a 3D movie in the theater. I believe. I don't think I ever saw any when I was younger. So that might have been the very first movie I've ever seen in 3D. That was a big deal back then. You had to go in the theater and get these glasses, these white glasses that you had to sit there with them on your face.
The blue and the red side.
Yep, blue in one side, red in the other. In fact, I have the box set of the Blu-rays, and they come with the glasses. So if you watch it, awesome. If you watch it, they have the actual glasses that they had for the movie. So, take my money for this, says Deanna. But Eddie has no other allies, we know, does he? Ooh.
Alicia,
maybe not who we know, but yeah, Eddie has a wife. Yes. RK Shuttlesworth says, not sure who I want to win this match. King didn't hit PCO. He did not. Jaws 3D was another one. What else? Amityville 3D. There were so many. So they all just followed suit.
Yeah.
They all followed suit. The only one that didn't was Halloween. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch was not in 3D. But a lot of the other ones just followed suit. It was like a big thing. Once they saw how good they did with, I think Friday 13th was maybe the first one that came out, and it did really well. And then all of a sudden they all just followed suit. They're like, yep, we're doing Saw 3D. That's right.
Yep, Saw 3D.
Okay. Yep.
Seen that a few times.
Yep.
You know, Impact is going to be in Canada a lot this year.
I saw that. London, Ontario, Canada. You see the dates going by. Oh, they're Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, and then they're going back to Canada for
Windsor, Ontario. Yeah,
for Slammiversary. So that's nice.
Yeah, they really are in Canada quite a bit. There you go.
Yeah,
and then in Chicago.
I need them to come back to Albany.
Right. I'm surprised we haven't seen them. Well, they were in Philly last year, I think, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were in Philly once. I was going to say, I don't really see them around Pennsylvania. They should come to our arena. Our arena is not that big. Or they could come to some of the college arenas or something in the area, too.
Yeah.
I might see Super Mario Brothers movie this weekend. Yeah, that's out.
That
It'll
is.
be in Columbus in a couple months. Can someone explain to me why this girl just did an F5? Who are you watching?
What are you? Huh?
Devin, I'm not too sure you're watching the same thing we are.
Yeah, I don't think you're watching what we're watching.
I'm kind of thinking you're not watching Impact Wrestling right now. Or you're watching the wrong Impact Wrestling show, maybe. I don't know.
Or maybe you're watching on Access and you're way ahead of us.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Please, if you are watching on Access TV, please just don't spoil the channel. We are behind you if you're watching on Access TV, so please don't put out spoilers. Impact Against All Odds will be June 9th and June 10th in Columbus. There's a guy with a Hogan scarf in the front. Oh, the guy with the boa. Yeah, he's been there a lot. Is the unicorn guy there?
I'm just laughing at Darren's comment.
Oh my God, Lori's on point. Oh, leave it to Derek. Michael King says, hey, Jeff, did you do any fishing where you grew up?
Did I do any fishing?
I used to fish when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Not very successfully.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
I was really good at eating fish. Not great at catching them, but I was really good at eating them. Still am very good at eating them.
My father would take me out with my dad, and his cousin would go, and they would take me out when I was like, 8, 9, 10 years old, and I'd catch nothing. And my dad's cousin was such a good fisherman. He never used bait. Used bait. He would put the hook into, and he would show me. He's standing there. He goes like, watch this. And all he would do is he'd throw the line in the water, and he just would sit there with his finger on the line, and he would just click the line with his finger, and just doing that, moving that hook, and he would catch his limit. He'd have his limit caught in like the first hour that we were there. Meantime, my dad's sitting there 1 or 2, and I have nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. I'd have my line stuck in the trees. I'd get caught on a rock. That was my fishing experience.
And here these two go putting on another banger.
Yes, they are. Both of them trying to get a backslide off here, and neither one of them can do it. Now they grab the ropes. They're going to have to break it up. This year's Slammiversary is going to be iconic. Yes, no spoilers, please. Just went back on Impact Stream on my phone. Kenny says, I got something else going on now to get me noticed. Sorry, bro. You want backup? Call whoever hit PCO with the car. Damn. That's awesome. So it wasn't him. In Lake Erie, we have trout, bass, walleye. TNA Impact is amazing tonight. Crowd looks great. Yeah, they have a good crowd there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like this venue for them.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a lot like the Armory in Albany.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the perfect venue for Impact, I believe.
Look at these chops back and forth. Ooh, now we're getting kicks from Bailey. When you get two guys like this that have known each other so well from wrestling, these past couple of times, I mean, how do you get one over on the other guy?
Yeah, I mean, you can't really.
Yeah.
Because you've scouted the other person so much, you know their moves, you've spent so much time in the ring with them. So, and that to me lends itself to a great match like this, because you know what the other guy's thinking, before it happens. So you can kind of anticipate and set up your stuff in a way that highlights their stuff. I mean, it's really, really good to see these two guys with such great matches. And I felt like the first one, if I'm going to be a little bit critical of Impact, there are two things I didn't like about the first time they faced off. One, it was on the pre-show,
right,
on YouTube, and they got like 12 minutes, I think, if that. So letting these guys stretch it out is tremendous. And James Chadwick says Impact might as well just put these two in a best of 7 or an Iron Man match. I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, these have been tremendous matches. I would like Impact Wrestling to start going to bigger venues. Ain't nothing like some good old fried catfish and hot water cornbread with some greens and hot sauce, says Derek.
My man.
TNA Impact Wrestling next time they are in Las Vegas. Hopefully they book the T-Mobile Arena. I hate Sam's Town. The T-Mobile Arena might be a little big for them, Little Silver. Might be a little big.
I would say this too. I know the desire is to have Impact look a lot like other promotions, but this is why I love Impact so much, because they don't have to.
Right.
They don't have to do the big arenas. I feel like doing smaller venues is good because it's more accessible to fans. And, and this is just the I guess the cheapskate in me a little bit. These bigger venues can overcharge.
Yeah.
Where if you go to these smaller venues, you give more people access to be able to go to a show. Prime example, and I shouldn't probably share this, but I'm going to. The Bound for Glory show and the tapings the next night, there was a family that wouldn't have had the opportunity to go, but they were able to because we did some ticket giveaways. And if you have it at a big arena, you don't have that kind of opportunity. So
true.
You have a smaller, more intimate crowd, which it can get loud. You got more people into it. Trey Miguel's about to get involved here.
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
there he is.
please give us a triple threat now.
Oh, the referee called it off.
Yep.
Trey Miguel came in and stopped it. Well, how is it? Oh, they're going to give us a triple threat now. Trey thought he was being smart.
I hope they give us a triple threat.
They thought he was being smart and getting out of it this way. Yep, see? He thinks he's being smart. Now he's got the spray paint. Oh, but they're getting up off the mat. That spray paint thing's not going to happen. Yeah, we're going to get a triple threat at Rebellion, aren't we? We're going to get a triple threat at Rebellion. My dog is being naughty. Marley, what are you doing? Marley? Marley. Diener and Sammy. Or Callahan, as he's known now. Triple threat incoming. There was a good article about what happened with Gresham and AEW ROH. Much respect to him accepting some responsibility.
Yeah, that was a good read. Go check it out if you.
I haven't seen it. I'll have to look at it.
It's a good article.
Triple threat. Trey is doomed. Serves him right. I don't know, Heather. Sometimes the champion tends to sneak out of those. So Sammy said he sacrificed himself. Man, I'm going to smother those things up good this weekend. Oh, somebody's coming.
Yeah, I got to hit up the Caribbean restaurant this weekend to get some oxtails. I have to. Haven't had them in a while. Got to get some. Joe, have you ever had oxtails?
Never had.
All right.
Man, do you think Sammy will leave the design soon? I don't know. They've been really. I'm not really sure where this is going to go. I mean, does it end up being Sammy against Diener?
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
What if? And this is just a wild theory. Again, if I'm wrong, I will admit it. What if Sammy and Diener go head to head for control of the design down the road?
Okay.
What if Sammy's been planting seeds in the background this whole time?
Okay.
Just a what if, just questions.
I mean, Sammy could have infiltrated it to try to wrest leadership away from him. Maybe that was the reason why he did it. Yeah.
Exactly. But the way I would do that, though, if I were the booker, which I am not, but if I were, I would have Diener go over.
Up here we go. Here's where we're going to get the announcement. Santino Marella and Dango. Here's where we're going to get the triple threat announcement, more than likely. Santino said, I saw what you were trying to do. An elimination style match.
Oh.
Oh, did you hear that from Dango? If you guys need any help with 3-ways. Oh,
here she is.
Oh, here we go. It's a debut everybody's been waiting for. Diener, said Conrad, do you know that Jonathan Gresham is married to Jordan Grace? Yes. I can see Sammy doing that. Triple threat, said Deanna. Have you tried those Popeyes biscuits yet? Said Derek. How come no one else sees Trey's point of view? Heather says 3-ways. Dango, LOL. Dango living up to his name. Heather says, here we go. It's Jody threat time. The wild child, he called her. Tara Rising is her opponent from Ontario, Canada. So homegrown talent here to go up against Jody Threat.
They didn't name her Tara, right? Really? You know that's Triple H's old name in WCW.
Is it really? Is it really?
Rising. Yep, Tara Rising. Yep.
I didn't know that. That's funny. First time seeing. Did they clear this with Triple H? Says Carter. Jody Threat starting off with an arm bar here. Derek's laughing. Comes right back into a headlock here.
Just so happens that she has long blonde hair like Triple H did in WCW.
Yeah, how about that? Maybe she'll use a pedigree.
Whoa, is that Santino? Who is that? Who is that? Is that that's Santino.
That is Santino. Somebody laid out Santino. Santino down. Maybe this will turn him into the Santino with the Cobra.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they have the Cobras in the shop. Or maybe he'll be down and his sister will take his place.
Oh.
Could you imagine?
Maybe.
Could you imagine?
Santina in the knockouts division.
Santina is going to take his place.
Oh my gosh.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Santino got jumped. Now you would think it was probably Trey. That's who everybody probably would blame. But not the sister. James Chadwick saying Santina. He's going to come back as Santina, I'm telling you. He got knocked in the head, and he's going to come back just as Santina. Picks her up. Hold her up there for a good long time. Nope. Ooh, nice left hand there by and Jody Threat almost like she liked it. Look out. Yeah. Big bunch of right hands. Off the rope she goes, and a huge clothesline takes down Triple H. I mean, Tara. That would be great. No, let's not bring Santina. Come on. That was
Jody.
Look at this. Oh, man. Double knees to the back of the neck. Look out. German. And that was a violent German suplex, too. Up across the back.
And that's what that person was talking about earlier.
And they did spoil it. She used an F5 basically to yep. So he was spoiling the channel. There you go. We didn't even know. She did basically use what was looked a lot like an F5. And that was impressive. Jody Threat wins very convincingly in her debut. What the hell's going on with said? Oh. Scott's here.
What if this is how they bring him into in-ring competition?
Maybe. Dangle saying they got him. No one ever appointed you.
No one ever appointed.
Just semantics.
Could these two be a team? Dirty Dango and Santino. I'd love that.
My best friend, Joe Hendry. He says he has to do a gut check. What remains of who you were?
Here we go.
Yep.
No, I am not writing for Impact Wrestling. This is how we get the Cobra.
Yep. This is why the Cobras are being sold in the shop.
Yep.
Me, you, and Joe Hendry versus the design. Oh, is that at Rebellion?
Please let it.
Oh my God, are we gonna see the Cobra at Rebellion, dude?
Please.
Oh,
Joe, I'm gonna buy one.
I might too.
I think I have to.
Yeah, I might too. Tasha Steelz. Derek sent me an article from Sports Kita about who is the green shirt guy in WrestleMania. Who's green shirt guy in WWE? His name is Superfan Smiles. Smilez. Attended almost every WWE show for a whole decade. Camera catches his reactions. He's a regular occupant in the front row. Green shirt and smiley are associated with him due to his typical attire. Then claims that he's being a planted or paid fan. Such fans are backed by the promotion to rile up the crowd. However, it seems like the green shirt guy is another obsessed wrestling fan. In an interview, he revealed that his mission of being in every WWE show started in 2012. Well, there you go. Mystery solved. I ditched Savannah. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, man, Tasha.
Next week?
Next week. Bring as many goons.
All right.
Next week. Tasha
week.
and Giselle. James says, God, I miss Tasha. And now we are getting Bully Ray. Listen to the chorus of boos.
Boo that man.
Yes. Along with his goons. Love Gia's outfit tonight. That was class. Tasha is my girl, says Little Silver. Yeah, it's great to see her back.
I was going to bring up a comment that Heather didn't comment on my outfit, but she kind of did. She commented on the
Moose t-shirt. Yeah, that's very cool.
My moose gear.
I promised I was going to wear my Joe Hendry one, but it turned out to be a knockoff, so I'm not going to wear it. I bought it stupid. I bought it. I wanted to get a different color, and Impact didn't have one that I needed the size. So I went and I looked for another one, and I found this stupid online site that had all these different colors. And that was the one I got. And I took a picture of it, and I was like, and then that was when Joe Hendry actually DM'd me, and we were talking about it. And he said, "Oh, where did you get the shirt?" Oh, he said, "Thanks for your support. Where'd you get the shirt?" And I told him. And then I said, "Oh, please tell me it's not a knockoff." And he's like, "It was." And I hate that because you're not supporting anyone doing that. You're not supporting the wrestler or anything like that. So I told him, I said, "Well, I definitely won't wear it on the show. I don't want to do that." There they are, Yuya, Tommy Dreamer, and Darren McCarty. Dancing.
You know what? I'm surprised no one said this yet. And I hate to even be this guy, but I'm going to do it. This is almost like the Tessa Blanchard stuff with this guy who I'm about to bring up. I'm surprised no one said that this is actually Bobby Fish. They just dressed him up as a different.
Oh my God! Could you imagine?
Because I mean, they do. There is a resemblance.
Yeah, there is. You're right. The mustache and all that. Yeah, there is.
There is a resemblance.
I think he's taller though. But
Yeah,
he does look like same haircut and stuff. I did. I talked to Joe Hendry in DMs. I almost died. I told Jeff the next day. Almost passed out. Yeah, imagine when I saw the DM. I'm like, oh my God, really? But yeah, I did. Told him about our show. I don't like to bother them because they're doing tapings and stuff all the time. But when it seems like there might be some downtime, I'm going to get back in touch with them, and I'm going to ask them if they come on our show at some point. Where do you get Impact gear? From the Impact store. There is an Impact store on their website. We would never slander a guest on Impact Wrestling like that, Jeff. Where is the lie? I haven't seen anything about Tessa lately. No,
I did.
You?
I saw that. Yeah. Apparently she apologized to the wrestler that she made that horrible comment to or about. I saw them. They had a picture with each other. So
okay.
You know what? I'm all for giving people second and third chances. We all deserve them. All get them at some different points of our life. But maybe she can get back into wrestling if that's what she wants to do. If there's still a desire for her to do that and for companies to sign her, maybe that's something she can do down the road.
Yuya in there with Mr. Hotch. Last time I saw Tessa was on Women of Wrestling. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He can move better than Bobby Fish. Just watch his finisher. James saying we're all human and we all make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good Billy Joel song. You're only human. Love that song. Tessa should have someone else do her social media or LOL or just think, don't speak. She might have a little issue with pressing send too quickly. Yeah. Let's go, Yuya. I'm going to be so sad when this excursion is over. I loved him here in Impact. I voted for Tommy Dreamer's team. Unfortunately, Jeff, life only gives you one choice.
Yeah, but many of us get chances, multiple chances.
Very true.
We all mess up, but I've personally speaking, I've been given second chances, and I know many others have as well. So, one mistake in life doesn't mean that it's over.
Yep.
Yes, and what Jed Shepard said on this channel, don't be a
Bully Ray yelling at the crowd to shut your mouth. No one is perfect. You are correct, Conrad. That is true. Some like to think they are. One choice, no chance. Yeah, no, we figured that's what you probably meant. Boomers, no worries. Bully Ray finally gets into the match after the Goons took down Dreamer. Yelling at him, come on, Tommy. Forgiveness is something everyone needs.
That's right.
Now here we go. Some left hands from Bully Ray, and Tommy is staggered. And here it comes. He's going to do the Dusty right to Dreamer. No. Dreamer with a kick in the midsection and a big DDT. And Bully is down. Boo, you suck, Billy. Bully. James Chadwick says, I'm perfect. A perfect a-hole.
I still say Dreamer needs that moose, not moose, but Bully Sucks Eggs shirt.
Yes. Oh my God, yeah.
Ooh.
Darren McCarty's in. Look at the shots here from Darren McCarty. Look at the left hands. He's taking down the goons.
That one shot looked a little stiff, man.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Snug.
Look at this.
He was a little snug.
A little bit.
That one.
Throws him over the top rope and dumps him. Yuya's in. Look out. Yuya's going up and over. The goons have been floored. Hassan, what's up with you? How are you? Happy spring. Yeah, dude. Spring. You want to talk about spring? We have 80-degree weather coming next Friday. Next Thursday and Friday, it's going to be 80-some degrees. We're going right to summer, man. There is going to be no spring. 80 in April is crazy. Bully's back in. And McCarty's in there with Bully. And Bully wants no part of that. He jumps out of the ring. I was just going to say, better watch out behind you for the goons. That's exactly what happened. He took him down from behind. Tried a reversal. Ooh, big shot to the midsection. No, look at that. Stunner. 2, 3, a stunner by McCarty, and he gets the win.
Yeah, gets the win.
70 here next week, breaking out the Hoochie Daddy shorts. Stuff good. Derek went from snow to 70 overnight. 89, Jonathan. Wow, where are you?
Yeah, where are you?
89. Whew. 80s yesterday, 50 today. Joe Hendry needs to make a remix song for Bully Ray. Oh my God, that would be hilarious. Uh-oh.
Kenny King.
What the hell's Kenny doing in here? And Kazarian now is there. This must have been the plan for Kenny King. Who the heck is this, Masha? Masha's in there. Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich are good. This is a big free-for-all.
Wow. Are we going to get like a big mixed tag?
Mixed battle royal or something?
Something.
Bully Ray and Masha outside of the ring. Dreamer, Kazarian, Yuya, and Killer Kelly.
Yeah, I can sign up for Killer Kelly and Masha.
We might get something like a 4 versus 4 or 5 versus 5 with that.
James Chadwick saying lethal lockdown. Hey, why not?
Okay. Hardcore war at Rebellion. What is happening? Chaos. Bully needed another hired gun, really. They're talking about Josh's championship reign.
Man, I forgot all about those matches with EY. Those matches were great.
Oh, my gosh. Yep.
His match against Christian was great.
Ishii, that he wrestled from New Japan.
Yep.
Going back over all his... And how about the matches with Moose?
Eddie.
Really Eddie Edwards, yeah. He really took on, like, the best of the best.
Yeah.
The match with Kazarian was amazing.
It was great.
And then, of course, Bully.
He went up against Saban.
Yes, he did.
Can't forget about the match he had with Speedball.
Yep. Oh, my God, that match with Speedball. That was almost like a hardcore impromptu Iron Man match. Yeah.
Yeah. Alex Shelley.
Oh, that, yeah.
That, man, he's had some tremendous matches during his run.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Summer's coming fast. I don't even mind Mickey being hurt. Walking weapon, says Aaron. What happened to Moose? Oh, he's been on. Just
Look
hasn't
at
been on.
Jordan. Look at Jordan.
Look at that, dude. Her transformation is
Crazy.
unbelievable,
Crazy.
man.
Crazy, man. Crazy. If you've not seen Multiverse, don't look at this.
Yeah, this is.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Deonna Purrazzo, you see there with the power bomb. Oh,
Joe.
Deonna Purrazzo.
Joe. Triple threat. Deonna, Jordan, Mickey.
And Mickey. Oh, man.
Even if we don't get the triple threat, we still get Deonna and Jordan
Jordan
again.
Grace.
I'm obviously I want the triple threat, but if Mickey can't go, I'm good with that.
James already watched that. James, you weren't supposed to do that. Teasing. Josh had great matches like Roman Reigns in WWE. Josh also had a great Iron Man match against TJP. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, from the year before. Yeah, that match was crazy. That spilled over from BTI into the regular show. Yeah, that match was insane. And it went into OT.
That's right, it did. Yeah, they went extra time. Well, shoot, spoiled that for me. Yeah, we figured we were probably going to hit some spoilers here and there, but it's all right. You can still watch it at some point. Doesn't matter. I'm sure that the matches were awesome. I kind of fear a little bit that Mickey's dropping that title now.
I do too.
Even if she comes back and she's not 100%, she probably won't keep the title. So it's probably going to be either Jordan or Deonna.
Yeah, I believe Deonna's going to be on the climb again.
I think you might. Yeah, I think you might be right. I think they might be giving it to. Maybe the plan all along was for Mickey to fight Deonna and Deonna to win.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they just have to change it up because of the injury. I think we're getting Eddie Edwards. We are. So it's Eddie Edwards and PCO.
I'm gonna call this right now, and maybe I'm wrong. I'm okay with that. This match ends in a weird way where it leads to a stipulation match.
And then you're going to find out maybe who that person was that actually helped him. Yeah, probably. Am I wrong for thinking Josh was a better champ? Better than, what do you mean, better than who? I think it was great. Mickey will be ready. It's just a broken rib. She will heal in time. I could see Mickey dropping the title to face Mercedes Moné at Slammiversary. If it wasn't Kenny who hit PCO, then who was it?
Hey, maybe he finally got through to Alicia.
Maybe it was Alicia driving the car.
No.
Here he comes. The monster. PCO.
I love the changes that they've made in makeup and everything.
I know, right? Now he's got that like thick scar on his face and everything on the side. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. You want to talk about a long-term story, waiting for it to get to this point.
I want to see PCO starring a remake of Young Frankenstein. And if you've never seen that movie, you really have to. Shenanigans, says Deanna. I think a returning TNA superstar returns, maybe Mr. Anderson. PCO is 55 years old. Better than Roman. He was a fighting champion, always won clean. Plus, he wrestled on weekly TV, not just pay-per-view. I can't argue with you. Changes
I,
are
I
great.
think
Go ahead.
I think I see what you're saying. I don't disagree, but where I will throw a little bit of pushback is I feel like the stories for the two are completely different.
Yeah, they are.
Think about where Josh started. Josh went on this long run, beat Christian at Bound for Glory, and then
Yeah.
immediately got cashed in on by Moose. So he
Yep.
didn't even have time to enjoy his first championship victory and reign. So I think this was all about establishing that record that they did and having him as the champion, the longest reigning Impact champion in the history of the company. I
Yep.
think all of that was establishing Josh. I think Roman, in some ways, and this is gonna sound, this might sound a little bit weird, but I think they, in some ways, wanted to make Roman more of an exclusive because it makes you dislike him just a little bit more. Because it's like, what, he can't defend his title on SmackDown, really? You gotta wait till the big stage to see Roman. So I
Right.
feel like they were trying to, in some ways, that's the look. That's kind of how they want some people to feel. But I see what you're saying, and I think Josh was a great champion, and I feel like Josh, as an overall wrestler, his name should be mentioned more for top people in the industry. He's definitely one of the top wrestlers, and for sure one of the top champions in wrestling.
Agreed.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah. I noticed AEW going dark in their arenas like TNA Impact Wrestling was doing. I would have loved to see PCO and Abyss go at it. Oh, that would have been amazing. PCO with a huge clothesline and takes both men down to the floor. PCO chants. The Hogan Boa guys right there. John Kessler says, I agree totally. Yeah, that's different. Only on big stages Roman wrestled. Mm-hmm. I thought it interesting that The Rock made that tweet to them. If you didn't see that. So they might be playing that or fulfilling that thing, that angle that everybody thought we were going to get on WrestleMania. Maybe he'll show up at some point. Big superplex off the top turnbuckle, and PCO is down in the middle of the ring. I may not join you guys for SmackDown, so I thought I'd ask you this now since you're not doing a show Sunday. Do you remember when Roman won and you were wondering what the bigger picture was? I've been thinking, could it be the bigger picture this time around was not the Bloodline storyline, but bigger picture is actual sale? No, I don't think so, Mark. Somebody brought to my attention that, and I forgot about this. They're pretty much rehashing a storyline that John Cena did. John Cena wrestled Brock Lesnar. Was it? Yeah, no, I'm sorry. John Cena wrestled The Rock for the title. He lost, and everyone was kind of surprised and shocked that he did, including him. In fact, the little thing we got from Cody sitting in the ring afterwards was very similar to this picture we got of John Cena when that happened. The following night, I believe it was, John Cena then wrestled Brock Lesnar, who at that time was not a heel. Brock Lesnar destroyed John Cena in a very similar way to the way he destroyed Cody. So and then I think they called that Hard Times with John Cena, or John Cena called that Hard Times. So now people are referring to this as Cody's Hard Times. So I think that they're just maybe going back to some history and kind of just doing something similar. That's what I think it is. No, I don't think it had anything to do with the sale of the company. Because again, we talked before the show about this and said that this stuff was planned well in advance of the sale of the company. So
I want to say this too. If you're a newer wrestling fan and you've never watched Dusty Rhodes' Hard Times promo, do yourself a favor. Go watch that promo after Impact tonight, because my gosh, Dusty Rhodes, freaking legend he was.
Yep. I know it's a totally different story, but as an old school fan, I just prefer babyface champs. No, it's all good. That's why wrestling's wrestling, Heather.
It's fun and it's something for everybody. That's the beauty of it.
I always preferred babyface champs when I was a kid watching wrestling too. I was always for the face. Bob Backlund when he was champion, Hulk Hogan, of course, when he became champion. I always stuck for the faces. I hated the heels. Hated them. I always was a big fan of the faces. I loved Roddy Piper now. I hated his butt when I was watching him when I was a kid. I hated him. I hated guys like Don Morocco, the Magnificent Morocco, Ravishing Rick Rude. I couldn't stand the heels. When they wrestled my favorites and won, oh my God, like it was the worst. I hated it. Mr. Fuji and Saito, when they would wrestle the Strongbows and beat them, I would get so mad. Like I Ricky Steamboat. Look at that. Jeff got a signed Ricky Steamboat pop vinyl. How cool is that? That's amazing.
So bringing up this guy, everyone knows that I love this guy. I hated, when I tell you I hated Ric Flair.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I hated Ric Flair because he kept my favorite from winning a title.
Yep.
So just saying.
Yeah, like that's how wrestling was.
Yeah.
Listen to our interview with Nikita Koloff.
Yeah.
Go back and check that out, and he'll tell you what it was like living the life of a heel in wrestling back then. Like you feared for your lives because the people would. I mean, Jericho in ECW, people would, when he come in out of ECW arena, people would throw crap at him. They throw like metal objects, cans, bottles. You're you'd be in fear of your life in some of these places.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the liking heels, I think, was something that changed in wrestling over the years. But I hated them back in the day. That's just how it was.
NWO, I feel like made it cool.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
I feel like that's
you're
when
right.
people really started embracing. I mean, there were people who liked heels before that, but they made it cool to like the bad guys.
Right.
I feel so.
Yeah, you're right.
Them and Stone Cold and The Rock when he was doing his thing, like they made it cool to like the bad guys.
So I guess it's
Ramon.
Yeah. Great point. I guess that's probably around when it changed. It was probably the time of the NWO and then also the Attitude Era.
Mm-hmm.
Was when people started to root for heels.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
PCO's going all the way. Oh, it's Alicia. Alicia's out. Crowd booing Alicia. Oh, I think we found the mystery person that was driving the SUV.
Ooh.
And PCO just turned her. Don't turn your back on Alicia. She whacks him with the kendo stick.
Oh.
Looks like Eddie has he's got his partner in crime.
Mm.
And there's the Boston Knee Party in a cover for 3. Alicia was the one.
Yep.
Alicia has now joined her husband. Well, Jeff, now this would mean that PCO might need some kind of a creepy individual to tag with in a mixed tag. Oh.
Does that mean that he could resurrect someone?
Wow. Who can his tag partner? We've been calling for her to come back for 3 pay-per-views now.
I feel like it's been longer.
It probably was.
I feel like it's been at least 6.
Could Su Yung team up with PCO and take on Eddie and Alicia? Oh, my God. Again, fantasy booking. We have no idea what's going to happen. It's fantasy booking. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I'm okay with that.
What if she comes back and that's how
he's chasing them outside?
Yeah.
PCO screaming, Eddie. Uh-oh. He's outside.
Oh, man.
Screaming Eddie. Now there's Eddie with they're parked in that SUV, and there they go. PCO's not going to be able to catch up to it, I don't think. No, he didn't. Up there they go. They're out of there.
Man.
Ooh.
Joe, what if you know how Vincent was in control of him?
Yes.
What if she's now in control?
Oh, that would be an amazing storyline.
All right, please.
That would be absolutely amazing.
That would be.
Alicia gets a storyline. Next week is Giselle and Tasha Steeles. We heard that a little bit earlier tonight that was going to happen. Taylor Wilde versus Jessica next week.
Ooh, okay.
And Callahan and Angels versus Joe Hendry and Dango next week as well.
Oh my gosh.
And Kenny King and Kazarian, winner's team gets the advantage in Hardcore War at Rebellion.
There we go.
And the final decision on Mickie James' status for Rebellion next week as well.
Next week is stacked.
Next week is, for sure, it's stacked. Good matches, says Deanna. Someone has to control PCO. I think they need to end the PCO and Eddie Edwards feud. It's getting old now. I don't know. I want to see whatever this is going to be. Look at that outfit he's wearing. That's amazing. All the eyeballs on the... so he's been acting that it wasn't Lish all along. I don't know about that. What if PCO goes to the realm with Decay?
Ooh. I'd like that too.
I'd be all right with that too. IPW, how are you guys caught up? We catch up at the very end of the show. The Coven against the Death Dolls at Rebellion. Trey Miguel, Jonathan Gresham, and Mike Bailey for the it's an elimination match for the X Division title.
Joe's about to love this one.
Joe Hendry, Dirty Dango, and Santino. Oh my God! Against the Design. Oh my! I'm gonna get to see Joe Hendry and the Cobra in one match. Dreamer and Bully in a Hardcore War, two teams, and I better see Sandman on that one. Bullet Club, Ultimate X, Tag Team Championship, Ultimate X, and Motor City Machine Guns. And Jordan Grace, Deonna Purrazzo, and Mickie James, if she can indeed be cleared, Rebellion looks amazing.
Can I just ask this question? And I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but I'm going to ask this. And that was before we even got this match announced, the Impact World Championship.
Macklin
against Kushida. Okay. On paper, does Rebellion look better than Sacrifice? On paper.
I would say so, yeah.
Because I think this card could be crazy.
Yeah, I would think so. Conrad just said Rebellion looks fire.
It does. Absolutely.
Yeah. Macklin is out, Kushida is out, and Scott D'Amore is out as well. I'm guessing this is where Josh comes down to relinquish the title.
Yeah.
James Chadwick says on paper, yes.
On paper. We'll see how it plays out, but on paper it looks tremendous.
Crowd chanting, "You tapped out" at Macklin. Rebellion looks great, says Little Silver. Well, we will be there for it in 1 week on a Sunday night, so there's nothing else to do but come out and join us. Nothing going on a Sunday. They better chill before Scott hands out some destroyers.
Right.
3-way elimination match with Trey, Bailey, and Gresham should be amazing. Yes. Who would you like to be inducted into the Impact Hall of Fame next? Mickie James.
Yep, Mickie James.
Every ending brings a new beginning.
Joe, you can tell what kind of day it's been for me.
Ah, yes. I love Canada. I love ginger ale, dude. That's what I'm drinking too, actually. Except
Yeah.
I have the Weiss brand
There
diet
you go.
ginger ale. Yeah. I've been so out of sorts the last few days, and I don't drink. I've been so out of sorts the last few days. I was drinking Red's Apple Ale. I was holding up bottles of Red's Apple Ale and drinking, and I don't drink. And I'm like, I'm putting it on social media. I said, see what's going on in my life? I'm drinking now, which I never do. And that's not even I mean, it's not like I'm drinking vodka or anything like that. It's
Right.
like very low alcohol content, but I mean, I never drink.
Oh man, here comes the champ.
Josh Alexander.
I hate that it had to end this way.
Yeah, very bittersweet. If it's an elimination match, it pretty much kills Trey's odds of winning since it's not a traditional triple threat. Here he comes.
Family
Got that
with
cast on his arm, and he is with his wife and son. Jade out there in what has to be a very, very sad moment for them.
son is so sad. Oh
Yeah.
man. Poor Jet.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Very, very sad. Sometimes the drink sounds and tastes good. Don West should be inducted, and Mike Tenay should induct him. Could see the look in Josh's face. This is not the way you want a championship reign to end. And unfortunately, this is wrestling, and this is what happens sometimes.
Yeah. I agree with that too, James Chadwick. Those two. Oh man, this is gonna be tough.
You know Macklin's going to do something too. Macklin's going to say something like he's ducking him or something like that. Yeah. Walking weapon chants from the crowd. Oh, look at Jade's holding back tears as well.
Josh is too.
Mm. $14 years.
Wow.
Sad day in Impact. Yeah. Yeah. In this building, it was too.
Wow. Wow.
Mm. Mm. Best world champ, says Aaron. I'm proud that we had him on our show before we did this.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. Wow. What a list. Mm.
Best world champ.
Best world champ chance. Damn.
Wow.
Getting chills watching this. Wow, that's crazy.
Mm.
Man, Jade's really, really sobbing.
Yeah.
Give him all the flowers, says Deanna. Tore his tricep out indefinitely.
Macklin.
Macklin's just sitting there with his little smirk on his face.
Little smirk.
Kushida chance.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
You can make him tap out.
Mm.
Shots fired. You tapped out.
Mm. 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 I love it. I love it. Gosh, this is good.
Yeah, it is. Macklin with the smirk on his face.
He's coming after who's ever. Mm.
If you hold it long enough, I'll take back what's rightfully mine. The championship that I never lost.
Wow.
And there you go.
Crowd chanting, "Thank you, Josh."
Thank you, Josh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, man. His son grabbed the title.
Oh. Oh.
Right in the feels, dude. Are you kidding me?
Oh. That's a new one. Oh. Oh.
Wow, man.
Wow.
Of course, Macklin gets the mic. Oh, he's looking at Josh's wife and kid. Says, Scott, hand me that title.
Mm.
Tiana is crying. Yeah, right. Josh's kid is adorable, though. Not gonna lie. Yeah, he really is Jet. Yeah, he is. You tapped out. In this reality, you fear me. And this is your way out. Man, oh man, Macklin.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, he's talking to his son. Oh boy, Damore's getting in Macklin's face. Scott's on fire.
Ooh, Scott with the facts.
Oh, he mentioned Bobby Fish.
He did. Scott,
You're a coward, SOB. Mark says, goodness, Scott's going off. I'm supposed to be unbiased. This man made your ass tap out. Oh man, Macklin with. I'm not going to put my pride on the line in a match that doesn't mean anything. It was all strategy and tactics. Good grief. Damn, this is so good, Deanna says. It's a hell of a promo, right?
Yeah, this is a great segment. They found a way to elevate.
They did.
A championship relinquishment.
Yeah, they really did. You're lucky to even be here right now. You're a speed bump for Josh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. We're on. Oh, man. He's trying to get that armbar back on. Nope. Macklin takes the title.
Ooh.
Macklin grabs the title. Kushida's going to fly. Takes Macklin out. And has the championship back. And he's going to take it back in the ring to Scott D'Amore. But, oh, he was going to give it back to him. Now he holds it up. Macklin versus Kushida is going to be a 5-star match. You heard it here first, confirmed, says Boomers. Man. I really hate Steve, but he's such a good heel. He got it, says Aaron. This was brilliant, really, because, and like Jeff brought it up, we had mentioned this too. It's very hard to go from what we were getting, which was Josh and Macklin, to now Macklin and Kushida without any sort of a storyline. But look what they just did. They made it work. So see this, this is why stuff good stuff can be done in wrestling. They just have to come up with a good storyline and a good reason to do it. And that's what this promo was. It was fantastic. And it had everything. It had all the feels for Josh. I mean, the thing with his son coming out and grabbing the belt, good Lord. And then Macklin doing his thing and going after, Josh's son and establishing him even more as a heel. And then Kushida was kind of the hero, right? He was kind of the one who fought them off and stuff like that. So it was brilliant. It's a brilliant lead up to a championship match that we weren't supposed to have.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And think about Josh's role in all of this. Josh had a role in this, even though people were like, well, all he's doing is just relinquishing the title. What he did, though, is he put over both guys.
Yeah, he did.
To us and to the fans there in attendance.
Yep.
He put over both guys. He gave you the reasons why both are deserving of being champion. And then you get the physicality at the end.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, now we're gonna get something here, and the whole thing was just brilliant. Like that, James Chadwick just said it was brilliant. Couldn't take your eyes off of it. It's true because that was great. That was just great. That's how you do. That's how you make lemonade out of lemons. That's how you take a really bad situation and turn it into something really good. Now I'm excited to see this match. A lot of people are saying that, Macklin's going to win. I agree with that. I think Macklin's going to win. But what they just did is they made me want to root for Kushida and made me believe that he's got a fighting chance because they reminded me that Macklin tapped out and I just saw Kushida get him in that hoverboard lock again and look strong at the end of this episode. So it makes me think there's a fighting chance, even though I think it's going to be a different result. I love the way that they did this. This was great. And again, it's crazy how fast 2 hours fly by.
Yeah.
When you're having fun and things connect and flow together. It's amazing how fast the time flies.
Yeah, man. This show just blew by.
Yeah.
Like blew by. Before we knew it, it was over. So yeah, he's right. Yeah, I mean, that's the difference between getting cohesive things and maybe some things that are not so cohesive. And that is probably a big reason why Impact has done so well. A lot of you are saying that. Impact Wrestling has been so good. People are saying it's been so good this year. It has been so good this year. And the reason why is that even though, listen, I don't know of many other champions that could go down, especially two. They lost two. They didn't just lose their men's champion. They lost their women's as well. So I don't know of any other. Think about it, right? Think about WWE, right? Think about if Roman got hurt. Think about if Roman got hurt and Bianca Belair got hurt same time. What the hell would they do? That is not easy to deal with. Your two top champions going down at the same time. That is horrible, right? And anybody else could have folded. But they are just, like Jeff said, these promos are doing, the decisions they have made are tremendous, and they have been absolutely killing it. This is why we love doing this show, because they just do things in a great way. James saying Impact's been great for 3 years. I've loved it since we've been doing this show. It's the reason why, and we continue to say, I continue to say every single time I think we do this almost, you're probably getting sick of me hearing it, but this is my favorite wrestling show of the week. And sometimes it's not even close. So yeah, it's brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. You're glued to, now see, and I can ask you all this question. You were all watching it with us, right? Did any of you in the last 15 minutes think about anything else but what they were saying? You tell me. Right?
I was glued.
Other people said it too. So that's what it is supposed to be. You're not supposed to be able to think about how you could have done it differently or why didn't they do it differently. If it's done well, you don't have to. So, all right, let's see what we're going to do. Yeah, give us your scores for the show tonight. Jeff and I will do the same, and then we're going to get out of here for this evening. We have Heather says 9 out of 10, Brandon saying 10, Dylan saying 9, James Chadwick saying poor Jet. Yeah, I know that was a sad moment. Aaron saying a 10. Impact's been great for 3 years, says James. How does they have made both title pictures must watch? Yes. Yeah, with Deanna and yeah, I mean that's going to be amazing as well. Whether Mickey goes or not, Deanna and Jordan Grace. Jeff, remember the last time we saw Deanna and Jordan Grace?
Mm-hmm.
Remember they had that series of like 3 matches one right after the other.
Yep.
I mean they and that was before Jordan has become what she's become now. So that's going to blow everything out of the water too, regardless if Mickey can go or not. We've seen them have incredible matches already. I'm wondering if Deanna wins the championship, will she help Macklin win the championship at Rebellion? Spoiler for Rebellion, new Knockouts world champion Deanna Purrazzo. You think Deanna's going to win it? Yeah.
Let me. Well, I'll ask this when you come to me because I got a question for you and Matt.
Didn't even talk during that last segment, says James. Derek said, Jeff did, LOL. AEW was pretty good last night, but Impact is still by far the more cohesive show. RK Shuttlesworth says a 9. Deanna says a 9. Derek says a 10. Jeremy says a 9. Jeff saying, I'm not booking Impact, LOL. Alicia saying 8.5 out of 10. Night, everybody. Good night, Alicia. I would not count out Kushida. Kushida could win. The narrative is that you are booking. That's how this works. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see all of it because I was at church, so I will go back and see it again. But that promo, I will give a 10. And John Kessler says a 10. All right, Jeff, go ahead. What are you scoring the show?
All right, so I'm gonna give the show. I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm just gonna give it a 10. I don't care. I'm a fan. I loved it. I enjoyed every minute of it.
Mm-hmm.
I love the wrinkle of Alicia being the one driving the car.
Yep.
I love what they did with Josh relinquishing the title.
Which, by the way, Jeff called a little bit ago. Continue.
I do love what they did with Josh relinquishing the title.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
I have to ask Joe this question, and I have to ask the chat. If Macklin wins, and if Deanna somehow wins, would you want Impact, or would you be comfortable with Impact or cool with Impact kind of doing like a power couple kind of gimmick with them? The fact that they're married, both champions. And could you down the line see them going against Jordan Grace and Jonathan Gresham?
Wow, that would be cool. Yeah, okay. That would be cool. I'd enjoy that.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be cool. Very different way of doing things, but yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, very, very different. But yeah, I would love I'd love to be critical. I can't be critical.
No.
It's hard to I mean, unless you're just like nitpicking, and I mean you have to be really, really nitpicking to find something in this show. The thing that I will say this. While I enjoy Bully Ray being a heel, sometimes I can do without Bully Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight was one of those shows where I could have done without that. I mean, it was fun. It was good to see, but I could have done without it. Honestly.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But I don't want, I hope that at Rebellion we get whatever it is with him and Dreamer, and then maybe we get him and Scott wrestling at Slammiversary or something.
Yeah,
and maybe the stipulation there is if Scott wins,
he's fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make
So,
sense.
so maybe we'll get something like that, but it's kind of wearing thin a little. I mean, it is. I'm starting to get a little tired of it. I get it, and what Bully has done since he's been there. I know some people are going to disagree with this. Fine, but Bully has done exactly what they wanted him to do and asked him to do. He's put over some people. I'll say this too. He picked that Boopender, called him Boopy. Boopy has you won't be calling him Boopy after the diary episode. His diary episode is up on Impact channel. Go check it out.
Yeah, I have to look at that one.
He's been through a lot, and I have so much respect for that guy. So yeah, just tonight was great. I mean, that final segment was
Brilliant. Yep.
It was brilliant. So
it really was. Coaster Maniacs, hey Coaster, how are you? In the words of Tazzy, the psychology was amazing. Yeah, Tazzy couldn't be with us tonight. He wanted to make it but couldn't.
Yeah.
Jeff's is secretly working for Impact. Yes, I loved it. That's more. That's money and more ratings. Book of Jeff, good mixed tag matches. Yes, I've been calling for Impact to get intergender tag titles. The acting from Kushida, getting himself really over without saying a word. I'd love him to win. He's a great wrestler, great character, and will make a great champion. Yes, that would be the best, says John. The hoverboard lock is dangerous. His diary was fire. I have to watch it. Those diaries are really cool. I like it, and it's cool because you kind of get to know people, and you get to realize they're not just these personas that we see weekly on the show. So yeah, it's good stuff. Listen, I really enjoyed tonight's show. I'm giving it a 10. I have no reason to do otherwise. All the segments I thought were great. The matches were really good. How we're getting lead-ins to Rebellion now, the triple threat that we got now with Trey Miguel, Gresham, and Speedball Mike Bailey. The story with PCO and Alicia now involved. That's pretty cool. Wouldn't it be something too, Jeff, if they did almost a Frankenstein-esque thing with that, where he ends up attracted to Alicia somehow? And he kind of uses, and Alicia kind of uses like herself as bait, almost like a Bride of Frankenstein thing.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I would kind of dig that.
I could see them doing that too.
Yep. I
could see them doing that.
Or what if PCO? Oh my God, Jeff! What if they have a match? PCO somehow gets a hold of her and takes off with her, and then you don't see them, and then she comes back looking like the Bride of Frankenstein with the hair. Oh my God, that would be amazing. Oh, that would be amazing. There's some fantasy booking for you. That probably won't happen, but it's okay. It's really fun to talk about. But yeah, and the end, what can I say? That promo was fantastic. The fact that he brought his wife out and his wife's crying, and I'm sure they were genuinely sad. This is a genuinely sad moment for him and his family. And the way it ended, they never anticipated this. And then the scene with his son going and grabbing the belt. Good Lord. Jeff has already booked that. Jeff was on the phone right as I said that, and he booked it. Yes, he did. But the ending was phenomenal. And like, as I said, it set up a match that we weren't supposed to get. And now it has everybody basically rooting against Macklin, rooting for Kushida. And when, Kushida wasn't there, I even mentioned that. I was like, I don't really know. I think the last time we were here, I said, I don't really know how they're going to do this with such a limited amount of time. And Kushida really was only supposed to have that one match with Josh at Multiverse that they couldn't have. And how are they going to do this to get this over? Well, they did. They did. It was amazing. Brandon says, good night, Insiders Gang. Take care and God bless. Yes, we are done for tonight for Impact Wrestling. Thank you for all being here. Listen, we talked about some stuff early on in the show, which it was just nice to just come out and say some things. We don't get a chance to do that often. So we're glad that you came out and you heard us, and we got our words out there and stuff like that. So just things that needed to be said. This is going to have more people tuning in for more. Rebellion's going to be fire. All right. Our schedule coming up. obviously tomorrow, 7:45 p.m. Eastern. Oh, I'm sorry, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow is a special episode of Abby's Window. So join Jeff and Jody. I don't know who else is going to be there. I don't know if Dom's going to make it. Yeah, we're not sure, but it's going to be Jeff and Jody. So join them tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'll put that out on Twitter so everybody remembers. But an impromptu Abby's, so it's a makeup Abby's basically from Monday that they're going to have tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So make sure you join those guys tomorrow at 6. We'll be then back here for SmackDown, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So join us for SmackDown tomorrow night. We'll see what's going on with that show. Triple H starts us off, and then we go from there. And then we'll be back on, obviously, off the weekend. And happy Easter to everybody. All of those who come out to the Impact show, have a great and wonderful holiday and a happy Easter to all you and your families. And then we're back on Monday for Abby's Window again. And then, of course, next Thursday is the Go Home show for Rebellion, which we will do our predictions straight after. So we'll have the watch along and then do the predictions. And then Rebellion is on Sunday. So next Sunday, we are going to have Rebellion. So come out, join us for Rebellion. It should be an amazing, amazing show.
And I'm going to challenge all of you folks in the chat that are watching from your various locations, whether it's Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, no matter where you're watching. I want to challenge you for something. All of you have friends. I want you to, and this is going to sound very much like a Southern church thing because this is where the idea came from. But I want all of you to bring a friend to next Thursday's Impact stream. Someone that doesn't normally come, that's a fan of wrestling. Tell them to come over and watch with us next Thursday. Everyone bring a friend. And if they like what they see, tell them to come back on Sunday to watch Rebellion with us.
There you go.
Let's try to create some momentum and get some more people watching, and not necessarily for our benefit. I don't want you to think that, but
get the eyes on the product.
Get the eyes on the product. And honestly, final segments like that, I hope that Impact Wrestling took the clip of that final segment and put it all over their social media. That needs to be shared because that is wrestling psychology, wrestling storyline building, how to take a difficult situation and turn it into a positive. That is done so brilliantly in that final segment that like the masses need to see that, because Impact Wrestling, with what they do, what they've done, needs more eyes. So that's why I'm asking everyone to bring a friend with you. Even if they say, you know what, I used to watch that TNA stuff 20 years ago. I saw what happened. It's terrible. Tell them it's changed. It's not the same. Give it a chance. Tell them to give it a chance. Because it's great. So bring a friend with you, and hopefully we have a ton of people here next week that'll see a great Go Home show.
The promo is on their Twitter channel. It's broken up into several parts. 1, 2, 3. It's broken up into like 4 parts. So it is there. So what I would do and what I'm going to do is I'm gonna share them on our channel. If you want to retweet them from us, or just go to Impact's Twitter and retweet them. But the promos are on there. Like Jeff said, they need more eyes on the product. And just, I mean, that would be tremendous. And like Jeff said, it's not for our benefit. We're already fans. Tell people about it, man. And maybe it could become their safe haven too. Like I announced at the beginning of the stream. Maybe people just need to see something a little better and something a little different. That's all. All right, guys, that is it for us for tonight. Glad you can come out and join us. Make sure you drop a like on the stream before you go. Make sure that you hit the notification bell to be notified about when we got future content. And also, please sub to the channel if you haven't done so already. And sub to all our social medias and follow us on social media. We're on Twitter. We are on Twitch, actually. Been there for a while. We're on Facebook with a Facebook group and also a page. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. So we are primarily everywhere. So follow us if you did not do so already. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your night. Have a happy Easter if we don't see you for SmackDown tomorrow. And hopefully we will see you all for our next show. Stay safe. Be kind to one another. And we'll talk soon. Have a good night, guys.